Welcome to another exciting podcast. Today we're going to switch things up a little bit different, but before we get to that, I just wanted to let you know if you're finding us on iTunes, through Google, or YouTube, you can go directly to DuaneCotton.com, and that's DuaneCotton.com, and click on podcast link, and you can find us there, and this podcast and all the other ones. You can also find a lot of other information about me and about what we do on that website as well, and that's DuaneCotton.com. Today, switching things up, like I said in the beginning of the show, just a little bit different. I had an opportunity to speak at a trade convention, a construction trade convention. Now, I found out about it and submitted to speak there after the deadline. They kind of thought they were going to get me in. Maybe someone wasn't going to show up, but as it turns out, I've been officially bumped. So kind of bummed out about that because that's pretty good stuff to talk about. One of the experience that they wanted the takeaways, so to speak, from that is different subjects that are really pretty much putting people in the trades industry in a bind right now. What are some of the things that they need help overcoming? And of course, the list is probably a mile long. But I was going to speak on diversification. I want to let you know now, I don't care what kind of business you're in. Maybe you're a CPA, you're in the bakery business, you're a landscaper, you're a plumber, maybe you own a child care center. It doesn't matter. You cannot ever consider diversification into, say you're a florist and you want to diversify into, let's just say babysitting. Yeah, what a crossover, right? Or maybe you own a daycare center during the day and you want a dog sitting business at night or the weekend, whatever the case may be. If you're not successful in your primary business, never, ever try to diversify into something else. You have to get good at what you're doing now. You either have to get good at it or you've got to shut it down and start something completely different. Because here's what happens. A lot of people will look at diversification as, I'm not making money in my home building business, so let me start doing services. Let me start doing service work on, repair work on heating and air and plumbing or whatever the case may be. So your idea is that you're going to create a service division not to expand your brand or not to expand your building, but you're going to use it to try to put Band-Aids on your primary business. And all you're going to do now is you're going to spend a lot of money and you're going to have two sides of your business that's failing. You see, the sad fact is that when you diversify to help your primary business, you're never solving the original problem. Whatever your problems are with your primary business, the reason why you're not making money, you don't have enough clients or whatever it is because your sales, you have no sales team or you can't really sell yourself. Your advertising is not good enough or maybe doesn't even exist at all. Maybe it's by word of mouth. If you grew your last business or you grew your current business in a booming economy, that's not a real economy. I mean, I say it's a real economy, but you're not growing in a negative or a downturn or a recession. You're basically succeeding because there's not enough people doing what you do. And so the phone's going to ring, someone's going to refer you, you're going to end up getting a job. Now, maybe you're good at sales, but you're bad at performing whatever task or whatever trade or whatever job that you do. So service after the sale is not quite there. Whatever the case may be, you have to solve your underlying problem. You have to identify whatever your first problem is. Why is my home building business not succeeding? Okay, let's fix that. Let's get the home building business growing. Let's get it profitable. Let's make a ton of money doing it. And you know what? Put some fun back in it. Have some fun doing it. Now, if you want to diversify to expand your brand, if you want to make more money, if you want a bigger footprint, you're trying to retain or gain more clients. Because sometimes if you're in a business, suppose when you build a house, hopefully nothing goes wrong in that first year or two, whatever your warranty is. After that warranty is up, chances are they're not going to call you unless they need an addition or, who knows, maybe referred you to a neighbor. But service after that, if they're happy with your building their house and taking care of them during the warranty stages, and if anything went wrong, they're probably going to hire you after the fact to maintain the heating and air, the plumbing, the electrical, the landscaping, whatever it is that you're diversifying into. Maybe it's just a repair service in general, handyman type service. You know what? That's not a bad business to piggyback on top of your current contracting or building business. The thing is that, for example, one, service. If you're not good at service and you didn't do them well during the warranty phase, hey, they're probably not going to call you ever again. And they're definitely not going to refer you to a neighbor or family. The bottom line here is never, ever even consider, not for 1 minute, that diversification is the answer to your primary problem. The primary problem could be, as we mentioned earlier, advertising. It could be service. It could just be the fact that low energy. Maybe you're beat down, worn down, you need a fresh start. Self-improvement and motivation is great. Self-improvement's needed. Motivation's I'm a little less bullish on because I'll tell you what. Everybody needs to be motivated from now and again. I get it. Motivation, though, does not last. Now, when you learn a strategy's here to stay. Strategy lasts. Maybe strategy's got to be tweaked for the economy you're in, or as things change, maybe regulation change, rules change, laws change, whatever the case may be, and you got to tweak it. But basically, strategy is how you 1 + 1 makes 2. Well, how do we get from A to B? How do we get from C to D? There's certain things that are fact. The math's the math, but how do we get from problem to problem? How do we solve those problems? And that's going to be found in strategy. So, maybe you just don't have the right strategy going in your business. But I will tell you, the primary example of diversification would be someone. Of course, the grass is always greener on the other side. Of course, I always say it could be astroturf. Maybe it's not really grass. But if you're in that business A sales pretty much stink. You're not making enough money. You've got a lot of headaches. Maybe you've got some guys that aren't just performing as good as they should. And you think, well, my problem is I need to be doing heating and air conditioning. No, your problem is you need to get your guys in order, or your gals, whoever you've got. You need to get everybody in order from the get-go, or you just need to punt. You need to start over. You need to close that business down, or you need to fix it. One of the two. Do not start brand C and try to piggyback on brand B, and brand B was formed off of brand A. So what you have is you're running from your problems. You're constantly chasing what you think is the solution by changing a brand or a business that you're in. You can never, ever do that. And you know what? It's easy to consider it. It's really easy to say, let's not solve our original problems. I don't want to deal with it. Let's just start a new business, start over. Until you fix your underlying problems. And you know what? That might be in your personal life too. Maybe you don't make a lot of new friends. Maybe you argue with your wife or your husband or whatever, and you have family members and everybody. Maybe there's underlying problems. There's something you've got to work on in your friendship and your family and your love life. Well, you know what? Your business is not a lot different. I mean, your business is actually sometimes if you, as a business owner, you're going to spend more time in your business than you do with your spouse. And that's a sad fact, but it's true. Now, some people, they like it that way. Me, I like a little more of a balance. I'm a workaholic. I like working. I work early in the morning. I work all day, but I've got to have my family time. I have to have a balance. But then when they go to sleep, I'm right back at work. And I'm working late, and I'm getting up every day, and I'm going to work earlier. You know what? Tomorrow I think I'll get up 30 minutes early just because I'm talking about it. So now I'm talking about it and making aware, let's get up a little bit early. But never, ever diversify your business to solve a problem that you have in your main business. That's it for today. We'll get into a little more detail about solving that problem, and I hope to talk to you soon. See ya.